Thompson. And with me in studio, I have a few of the officers who have just recently graduated from the initial police training. And I'll give them a chance right now to introduce themselves. We start.
Morning. I am number 422, Woman Constable Eddie.
Good morning. My number is number 445, Woman Constable Challenger.
Best challenge.
Pleasant morning to everyone. My name is Danisa Henry, also known as number 446, WPC Henry in the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force.
Morning, number 452, Jamani Wallace.
Okay. So, you just finished training school not too long ago. So, we start from the other end this time though. And share a little. Show us a little about your personal experience during the training.
Well, during the training, I learned a lot, mostly on work amongst our course mates and problem solving. And during one of my memorable experiences is the first day when I was the first duty student. I will never forget that day because my course mates, these included, everyone was harassing me. So it was a lot. It was a lot for me mentally. It was a lot for me physically. So, in fact, I would like to thank you for that.
It was my pleasure. We believe in your parts.
Okay, so for me, my experience was challenging, to be honest. It was not easy in terms of having to wake up at 3:45 a.m. Yes, 3 a.m. to basically clean the compound. And not only that, we had to then be ready by 4:45 to partake in physical training, that's exercising, until about 6 o'clock, which would be very tiring. Sometimes you just wake up, you're so tired, you're lost, but you got to be doing jumping jacks, you got to be doing push-ups, and all these things was very tiring on my body, to be honest. And to having to get ready to eat breakfast for 7, drilling on the square, which some persons will say is gruesome to some extent. However, training school experience was one to remember, one that I will not forget ever. And so I would say, okay, at times, and then other times it was not okay.
At first, I got persons saying, oh, when you go training school, expect the unexpected. But I went in with the mindset that I'm going to get my own experience. So in the beginning, it was, oh boy, I get myself into why. In the middle, it was like, we're not done yet. And then coming on to the end, and it was like, okay, we did it. It gave us a mindset to never give up and to push through. And along the way, we got some bonds, and it was a good experience in a sense.
Okay.
For me, my experience was not so challenging, as I had tougher training before. So for this training, I had already conditioned my mind, and all we had to do was just get with the program. Once we know the program, we just get with the program, and it would have been good. It was a good experience for me.
You want to share why it wasn't as tough as might have been for the others?
Well, I've been on a previous course before, and they didn't experience what I experienced, to be honest. I came on this course with the mindset that wow, this is gonna be hard on on my mental. Like I wasn't really mentally prepared, but after coming and we had different instructors. Everybody has their own way of doing things, and yes, it was just much to me. It was a little easier than the previous course.
I would share that it might have been easier because you came with a different attitude.
And
Yes.
she
Been
also
there before.
experienced.
Yes,
And I can say, all honesty, that the Eddie that came on the previous course and the Eddie that was on this course
Not the same.
were like
yes.
Gemini, yin and yang, two different people. So, even though you might have been the person name that I call the most on this course,
Sometimes for no reason.
yeah. So, but yeah, you did well in the end.
Thank you, sir.
Proud of you publicly.
Thank you, sir.
So, I said, yeah, you had your speech. How come now?
Oh, because that was the first day. It was the
First
first day. Come back to the first day. I could when Sergeant Bone in particular was on my back the entire day. I could kind of tolerate it, but when the course mates started to jump in and get frustrated, that was something else. Because the first night, remember they didn't. Nobody had no supper was there. If I remember, no supper was there, so everybody was either they wanted me to magically give them food out of me hat, my magic hat or something, but it don't work like that. So everybody was frustrated and they wanted me to come with a solution. I went to seek help from another instructor and he just made everything worse. So at that time it's like seeking help wasn't by the front of my mind, seeking help. So yeah, that was
So,
the time I
how
felt
did
like-
that work out though?
How you work out?
Yes. Y'all got supper?
Yeah.
I think we had to buy.
No. He got the key, but then he didn't know which key to put in for the pantry. We got supper that night, but it was late.
Yes. And
So
that's,
some of us had to buy.
and that's it. And that same day I remember Copper Bailey, she kind of somebody shower she learned.
Oh goodness.
Somebody shower she learned.
Yeah.
So that night was kind of it was hectic. And Copper Bailey wasn't in the best of moods, so I get the brunt of it.
Because you were the duty student.
Yes, sir.
And the
First
duty
day.
student responsible to make sure that
Everybody.
everything and the compound
Everybody.
taken care of
Yes.
and report to the instructors.
Yes, sir.
Carry out the instructors' orders.
Yes,
So
sir.
you were the team leader. So whether you were wrong or not, you were
He was the example of what not to do and what to do.
Yes. Beginning. Beginning phase, yeah.
about your experience. I mean, in terms of tough. You wanted to quit. What about you?
Of course, there were times when I wanted to quit. If I'm going to be honest. However, I had the two boys in mind. And I also had a lot of people to prove wrong. So I just had to, push through, had to fight. There were times when I wanted to just say, you know what? I really don't think this is for me. Maybe I need to go somewhere else, find a next career. But I just couldn't give up.
So your twin boys. How old were your twin boys?
They were 4 months.
When you came to
Never.
training school.
So I was 4 months postpartum. Yes, it was very tough.
You remember anybody telling you that you should leave if you should?
Yes, you in particular. Other gazetted officers as well, sergeants, corporal, especially Corporal Bailey, who tried her utmost best to, I think she did it to try and see what kind of mindset I have. And I think I made her proud smartly. She ain't telling me, but I realized. And she used to be like, you cut. Is it affecting you? I think you need to go on sick bay. You really need to go on sick bay. It is very dangerous for you. She tried all kind of tactics. And when she see me easing on the side to kind of, soothe me pain in silence, she would watch me and she'd do so. So she basically tried to indirectly encourage me to stay strong, right? And I got the memo, and so I did just that. Stay strong.
Challenger? What you? You want to take us home too?
Maria Nicholas wanted to go home in a fact. In some part, they just survive. I mean, I think this for me. And I had the same mindset, but like Henry, she had things to prove, and I had something to prove to myself that I have more in me than I think. So it was hard. Training was, I would say it was hard, maybe not for Eddie, but it was hard for me because it's my first ever training, first time doing something like this. And you have to come with, let's say, you wasn't mentally prepared, but when you're in it, you realize, I got this. I got to see the end. I can't give up. I have my mother, she was my biggest support. She was pushing me. 2 o'clock in the morning, I call her, and she would give me work. She would, I wake up out she bed and she would just tell me, you can do this. And she was basically in my mind telling me, I can do this, and I pushed through and made it to the end.
You did. Eddie?
For me, giving up was never an option. I had persons out there who believed in me, and with the help of the instructors, thanks to the commandant, every day, there was never a day passed and he didn't call my name. I didn't take it personal at all. I saw it as motivation to push me to be a better person. So I never thought of giving up. In fact, I used to actually motivate my course mates to never give up either. If I could have done it, they could do it too.
I heard that. I wouldn't say I was surprised, but I heard that. Yes. You had persons who were saying, no, his editor encouraged sometimes.
Right?
Eddie?
She like help. She like to help.
So it was good that you use your prior experience to assist. So what was the favorite part of training school?
Well, some of my favorite parts was, and I will start is, the brotherhood we had up in the male barracks. Some days we had 1, 2 bickering, but at the end of the day, it's a brotherhood. So a small shout out to the males of course 46. And another part is some part is the drills and some of the punishments. So some of the
We don't punish at training school. We reward.
we reward. Yes, we reward. We reward when we do the drill movements properly.
And improperly, he mean do them wrong.
When we do the drill movements properly, yeah. Some of the rewards was it was the reward. And another enjoyable moment is on the range. So that would be it for me.
Okay, so favorite parts of training school. I would say liberty. For one. Because I get a chance to go home and see my boys that I always miss dearly. Every time I go home and I see them, sometimes I try to say, Lord, I got to go back to training school. I got to go back. Because I really, really miss them. So liberty for one. Drills for one. For two. As well as the times when the instructors did not know we were ordering food.
Did not know, did not.
Whichever one.
I'll tell you the instructions on the link.
There was a point in time when we started ordering food a bit earlier in the course and nobody knows.
You knew.
Oh, the kids.
You knew.
Yeah. But it's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
That is true. That is true. So, yes, the eating of junk food here and there in between, that was really good. It was really, really good. So, that's it for me.
That was bad.
my favorite part, really have two. In a sense that we was at a point in time in the course it had togetherness when we stand up against the instructors as a sense like we show you that we could come together for things that we want, like going home and that kind of stuff. And you say, if we behave, I'll think about it next week, you might get liberty. And we prove to you that we actually come together and decide, we really need to behave, you know, because me get liberty last weekend, you know, me want to go home. And liberty was the favorite part for me because I used to go home and I used to sleep. Every little piece of sleep me get, but I used to take, even if it's just 5 minutes, that sleep that used to come in good and I go home.
You sleep with Eddie?
Good, yeah. You feel very nice. Also, one of my favorite parts. The togetherness and getting to go home.
And then sleep, Eddie. You went to the favorite.
Yes, sleep was my favorite part. After a long day, you get up from 3:45. You have to fatigue, you have to do physical training, you have to stand on the square for a couple hours. You still have to go in the class and listen to different lectures. You know, it was basically like a long day. So my favorite part was just finishing the day and going up in my bed, get my rest.
About the time you went up in your bed before the day finished.
That was quite real. I always tried my best to be with the program and be in the class because I know if I wasn't, it would have been, where's Eddie? If there's no Eddie, once Eddie is there, everybody is there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's
Point.
That's true.
So, okay, we take a short break and then we'll come back.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Sniper, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health, featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the first and third Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
Mommy, remember you told me if I pass all my exams, you would buy me a brand new a cell phone and a PlayStation 4? Well, here are the results.
Wow, son, you did great. But where can I find all these stuff at affordable prices?
Smart Electronics, Mommy. They have stuff for the entire family. They have washing machines, cell phones, tablets, refrigerators, TVs, blenders, irons, microwave ovens, Bluetooth speakers, and much, much more. And they are located at Port Zante opposite the food court.
Wow, but son, where did you get all these information?
My friend told me, and he also told me if you buy them somewhere else, they won't last.
Is that so?
Yes, Mommy, so I don't want you to buy them anywhere else but Smart Electronics.
Okay, son, get dressed. We're going down to Smart Electronics.
No need to go to St. Martin anymore. We have everything available right here in St. Kitts. And remember, we have only one store in St. Kitts, and we are located at Port Zante opposite the food court. Smart Electronics, we to live a smart life.
Okay, welcome back. Policing with you. Again, I'm your host today. If you're just joining us, Inspector Marvin Thompson, and with me in studio, I have some of the persons who have just recently graduated from the initial police training. Just having a discussion about their experiences during the training. So, back. Let's start with Eddie this time now. In terms of the passing out ceremony. How do you think y'all did? How was the experience? Passing out.
watching the videos, I think we did pretty awesome. Personally, I had one shot coming on the parade, which is when I was preparing to unfix bayonets. My bayonet fell off my belt and it was basically in my hand. And I was quite upset about that. Like, why am I missing the parade today? But looking at the videos, we were well organized.
You agree that?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, the crowd saying, yeah, the togetherness is what counts. If we wrong, we together being wrong. You know? So the display, I feel like everybody enjoyed the display, especially those who were there sitting on the visitors, the audience. and you could hear everybody cheering, and I wanted to laugh, honestly. I wanted to smile, but I feel like if I smile and laugh, I might mess up and forget what to do. And
Focus.
you could ask Samuel, because she was the one opposite me. I was saying, we got the next coming nervous. And she said, and then she told me, like, okay, I understand. I get the best. So we did well. We did well.
We could have done a lot, to be honest. I said that to say. I said that because Course 46. We are basically, Course 46 is filled with history makers. If you don't know that now, if you didn't know that then, you know it now, right? And for some odd reason during practice, we would just, in a sense, somewhat farm fool.
Somewhat?
Somewhat, yes sir, somewhat. And we usually, on the day, we just, execute movements that we basically would have the instructors amazed in a sense, because it's like, so why you didn't do that when y'all was practicing? You know how much time y'all wasted? However, I feel like we could have done a lot better, right? Because there's always room for it. But we were together, and even on times when we weren't together, everybody went off beat at a point in time. So we always try to stay together. Whether we're wrong or not, we try to stay together. But because I know exactly what we're supposed to be doing, and I know the little mistakes that I might have made and persons might have made, that is why I said, we could have done a lot better. However, Course 46, we went out, we did our thing, we stayed together no matter what, and I'm just really proud of my course mates and myself.
Best we could.
So the ceremony, in my opinion, I think we did excellent on the ceremony. And judging by the crowd's reaction, I would think we did very well. And myself, I didn't think I made any major mistakes. If I can recall, I don't think I make any mistakes. But the practice we did, it really paid off. The practice we did on the same day, it paid off a lot. And I didn't see the full video of us, but when I look around and everybody performing the drill movements as they should, it made me proud on that day. It made me proud.
So you think the not so long practices that you had, the morning, the afternoon, we didn't go too late in the night, so that was good. We didn't go past 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's true.
Officially.
Officially.
Yeah, so even though the faces were sour,
We were very
you're
tired.
happy now. You see, it was worth it in the end, right?
It
Yes,
was.
it was.
Okay.
Yes.
But in terms of, for the first time, we were allowed to. This was your graduation. Have you course mates, Henry and Bradshaw, lead the platoon? We've never done that in St. Kitts. But it has been done elsewhere, but we've never done it. The
History.
tradition has always been that the instructor, but it's your day. Officially, it is
It was
your
our
day.
show.
And for you to show what you have learned. So, let me start with Eddie, in terms of how she felt. One of your own, carrying you, the parade, leading the parade, demonstrated.
I'm very proud to see that recruits were leading the parade, seeing that they wasn't professionally trained, just they went on a special course for drill leadership, and they did what they did, and they did it awesome. I'm proud of Anicia and also to Bradshaw. Y'all did very well.
Thank you.
Challenge you.
Well, like Vida said, if you think we can do it, we'll improve too that we can. And when we heard that the commissioner and support was on board for them to lead the parade, I was like, that was a good feeling to see one of our own making that step. and executing what they're supposed to do or what was expected of them. They did it well on the day. Maybe not in practice because they had a little more practice to do because it's their first time doing something like this. So they would have to be prepared so I don't tell them, well, this is what it's actually supposed to do. And then they change it up last minute. Like, hey, what do you with the cane? Doing it with the gun now? Say like, bye. Henry, bye. But she got it done. She got it done. And I'm proud of you and Batcha because went in a drill competition. Come first in drills at the police training school and he came second. So first and second lead in the both platoon. It was good.
Let me skip you.
So the platoon leaders, Miss Henry and Brother Battle, I'm proud to see it. As Inspector mentioned, it never happened in St. Kitts. Recruits leading the platoon, so it's a proud moment and it's a good way to get recognition because on the internet I saw you and Brato with a picture and under the bottom caption it mentioned that you led the platoon of the course 46 graduation ceremony, so that is a big deal. So
Yes.
Brother Brato, if you're listening, thank you for leading platoon 2. You did an excellent job, but with the left and right. So thank you for making us look good.
But platoon one was the best platoon. So,
Sit down. Sit down.
Okay, so in terms of that, well, you, how did you feel?
Whew. When I first found out that Ratchanda would have had to lead the platoon, I am going to be completely honest. As per usual, I was a bit doubtful because I'm like, was this ever done? Would I be able to do it properly to the best of my ability? I was doubting myself. But you see, there's this weird thing about me. During practice, I just might farm the fool. Just might.
Just did.
And then on the day, you would want to know, where on earth did that come from? That cannot be the same person that we had practicing a couple weeks ago. So I have a tendency to always go out and show out, no matter the circumstances. And I did just that. I was excited. I was honored, especially seeing that I made history. Course 46 again made history. I was completely in awe, and I just want to publicly say thank you, Inspector, and for those above you who allowed it to take place. I would just like to thank you guys. And you know, it was really, 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 it was a real proud moment, and I would never ever forget that I made history along with my course.
And the very same morning when we were supposed to graduate, we had it. She and Batcha oven in mailbox because he practicing. So even when we're not practicing, he still practicing on how to say the commands and what to say when Her Excellency comes up. He there practicing on the in the mailbox. And we just there listening like, that's it. Make sure you get it right, you know. Though. He mess up, but I said, you better go out and say the correct thing.
You did well.
Yes.
Well, I did well. I didn't fuss that day. So if you had come up to ask me that day, what was the day? Well, I'm okay.
As usual.
So, Eddie, when I went to training school as an instructor, it was 2015. First course was 2016 though. None of the courses that I have participated, none that I have found records for, was there anybody who got the scores you got in terms of the police subjects.
History again.
We had 5 exams. elementary, intermediate, and the 3 finals, the evidence and procedure, general duties, and the criminal law. Then you got what score?
100%.
I think you're the first, as far as I can find, in terms of the documents that we're going through, where anybody have ever gotten 100% across the board in the 5 police exams. So, perfect scores all the way. And I know you didn't cheat.
That's true.
So, proud of you
Yeah,
with
thank
that.
you, sir.
So, and that's something to be proud of. Don't leave it there now.
Yes, sir.
Don't put the pistol shot.
Well, still, you miss 1, you get
49 out of 50.
the possible score was 150. You got 149.
That's history again, sir?
Yeah. That, well, in terms of the record. So,
History again.
so it was, well, 15 shots. 15 shots. Maximum score of 10 per with the bullseye. And you got a 9. I think it's even the last shot.
The third to last, I think.
Third to last.
Third to last.
Snatch.
I don't remember seeing us, well, definitely in terms of since I've been there, haven't seen a school like that either. So, good job as well. But, question though, talking training school, you finished your training school, would you say that the training school experience has in any way prepared you for not just life, but life in general?
Yes, I will say it has. Training school has taught me discipline. Discipline is very essential anywhere you go.
I can see the aiming in that.
They taught me teamwork, which would help me to work very well with my team members when I go out into the field. It has also taught me, well, waking up in the morning, just going with a program, have to make sure everything is done. It would help me when I'm home, personally, because I know I would have to get in the morning, get up, clean my room, do a little exercise, because physical training didn't stop at training school. Prepare breakfast on time to make sure I reach to work early. Yes, so all in all, it has prepared me for the outer world and life in general.
It did prepare me for life in general. It taught me that never to give up. If you set your mind to do something, make sure you see it through. Even if the outcome ain't what you expected, make sure you see it through. And it taught me teamwork as well, to work, because we had our own little community. Because even though we were separated in syndicates, Eddie, if you go and ask her for help within the subjects in the classroom, she would help. She would definitely say, this is what in me neat book. If you ain't understand what in she neat book, she will explain. So the teamwork and the discipline condition my mind, because Solomon says that civilian mindset.
Yeah.
Sometimes Lord, I wanted to abuse some people, and I will sometimes abuse myself in my mind. I couldn't lay it out, so I had to bite my tongue a lot. So it prepared me for the outside world.
So, great.
Okay, so yes, training school has impacted me in a big way. First off, in life, there are times when you have to do something, but due to how you feel, you basically tend to prolong or procrastinate, right? And that's something that training school snapped right out of me. Even though you don't want to go downstairs, when the bell ring, when that bell ring, you better reach downstairs. Otherwise, it's problems. And I try my best to stay out of problems in training, especially. And so it really did give me that push that I know I would need on the outside training school to, no matter how you feel, whether you feel down, no matter the circumstances, just keep going. Ensure that you get it done. Not because you feel like you ain't want to do it, mean you must not do it. Discipline, as both of them mentioned, is very, very essential. And if you don't have discipline, you will falter in life and you will have a lot of problems. You will face a lot of challenges and you just will not even know how to come out the challenges because you're still not disciplined, right? So training school really did a great job in terms of molding me into always pushing through and getting my task done no matter the circumstances.
So one is.
Yes. So in school, it definitely prepared me for life as well, because in training school we was, in essence, we was it is our use time management. So we had to juggle between classwork and if not classwork, physical training, and we have to iron our uniform and
the neat book, neat book up there?
yeah, yes, sir. And writing in our neat book, and between that, socializing with the course mates. So that's one thing. And another aspect I would say is, as Miss Eddie mentioned, is teamwork. And in certain departments, like you could say MCO slash CID, you need a lot of you need to practice a lot of emphasis on teamwork, because in that department you can't do everything by yourself. You don't know everything, as in doing a case file and so forth. So you would have to seek assistance from either the inspector or the sergeant or your co-workers. So teamwork is vital. So I would thank training school, and I would thank for instilling that virtue upon me. And in a third aspect, I would say discipline. As I said, in our departments you need discipline because it is not a stress-free work. So you need to discipline yourself and not go off on your supervisors. If they tell you something motivational or encouraging, just take it as a learning lesson and don't go off on it.
Manage your mouth. So, training is over. You're already working. And you went to work yesterday?
Yes, yes, sir.
So, you're already working. What's next? All of you here, before you went to training school, were working in a station somewhere.
Yes.
I work with you.
And you work with me?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes, I work with
Yes.
you. So I work with all of you prior to. So, next 5 years, about what's next?
Well, I would say I am aspiring to now take up the mantle of being the first female drill instructor. I'm not so sure if that took place before. I stand corrected.
I don't know that we officially had any females. When I went to training school, male. I always see males.
Okay, so yes, so it's basically a male dominated area.
But it is. At least in St. Kitts for sure.
It won't be for long.
Right.
So I aspire to be the first female drill instructor and to give back to my organization, and to give back to my country. So in the next 5 years, hopefully, with I get through and perform to the best of my ability.
You would want to go over training school?
If I would.
Want to go over training school?
No, but I would like to teach them what I learned in
You want to be an
training.
instructor in training school?
Yes, of course.
Oh, that's what I mean. That's what I meant. Not go back to training school.
Oh, whew. Okay, that's what I thought you meant. But yes, I would like to be a drill instructor in training school. You know how sweet. I could imagine how Sergeant Brown feel and felt when he was just harassing the life out of us as recruits.
No, we don't have ass. We motivate.
No, sometimes you
Don't
mean to
have
tell
ass. We
me.
motivate.
Inspector, you mean to tell me there are times when we are waiting, we on time, take down they put up the flag on time, we crisp, sharp. And you mean to tell me now, once we have a sharp, No matter how much we iron, no matter how much we press, no matter what we do, we never shot. For Sergeant Brown.
We were encouraging you to push beyond.
Okay, what about this one? We're waiting outside in the hot, scorching sun. And you mean to tell me that Sergeant Brown think it best to bring out a hot cup of coffee and just say, get with it, get with it? No, he torturing us. He willful. So I want my turn.
He taught you.
Yes, he taught me. So I want to teach and taught other recruits. You understand? So I want to also be a motivator, you know? So he's inspiring me. Thank you, Sergeant Brown.
Eddie, what for you in the next 5? Also.
In 5 years, I see myself in a leadership role where I can utilize my skills and experience that I have gained. I am excited about the opportunity to be a police officer to serve my country and the Federation at large. I am also keen on engaging in opportunities to develop my professional development, which aligns with the organization.
I see myself promoted. Trying to do promotional exam as soon as possible if I'm allowed to get the opportunity to at least say I can do this and pass, and if I pass I feel proud that yes I could do it, and I did it and I felt good. So and everybody say you're smart.
You're smart.
Easy to pick up on things, fast learner. So I see myself promoted in the next couple of years.
Well, it's best we could.
So in 5 years, I see myself as the corporal. As the corporal for CID, because detective, it's a hard work, and I always admired what detectives do and how they investigate and how they solve problems and so forth. I admire it. So being a corporal there, I think I would share my vast knowledge with my subordinates, and hopefully that would strengthen the department in one day.
Okay. So, supervisor in the next 5 years, whether training school or maybe station, supervisor in the next 5 years. I'm marking the calendar, eh?
Do that.
Okay, so, anything you want to say just before we allow a few calls for persons to say congratulations and wish best of luck? We'll take 2 minutes for persons to say some congratulations.
So I want to say, for those who think of joining the force, the training, it is not easy, but once you have the mindset of not giving up, or develop the mindset of to not give up, you can make it, at least make it to pass out and say that yes, I've accomplished, I did it. And to my mom, I like to tell her thank you publicly, because she has supported me. Superintendent Cathy, he's my cousin. He has supported me as well. And
Take a call? Okay. You take the call.
yeah.
Hello.
Good morning, caller. You're on.
Yes, good morning, officer, and good morning to you and your recruits.
Good morning.
Yes, congratulations all, the achievement.
Thank you, sir.
I have just a few things to say to you all. Advisory. I am all police without pay. And I'm very concerned about things in my country. Now, first of all, you all must always have respect for yourself. Then that will come from the public towards you. Secondly, always have country above self. Thirdly, you all assigned to enforce the law, and you all are law enforcers, remember that. And do not be biased with anybody when it comes to those who break the law. It could be your mother, your father, some relative or friend. The law is the law. Everyone's supposed to respect the law. Some people broke the law and they're not aware of it. So therefore, to anyone who break the law, should be cool, calm, and polite. And then, if they disrespect you as a police officer, then you will know how much discretion to use if you should use any to anybody like that. So once you carry out those instructions, you're good to go. You all have a good day.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Excellent. So, some words that cannot be condemned.
Hello.
Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning. Police with you. Thank God that the police them pass out with a lot of running and everything. That man said everything will ring the bell. He couldn't get to sleep. And my nephew, Dante Newton, and all pass out. The hard still and everything with them. So God be with them, and I hope that do the law good and don't take it for granted. Thank
Thank
you.
you, caller. Thank you.
Thank you.
Why?
Next one.
Good morning,
Hello,
caller.
Mr.
You're on. Go ahead.
Good morning, Inspector Thompson.
Good morning, sir.
Congratulations on your promotion. You're a good friend of my brother, Jam Down.
Yes, sir.
I live in New York, and I always hear him interact with you.
All right, sir. Thank you.
And I just called to wish you good luck and a prosperous time with your new promotion.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
If I can I ask the young female officers a question?
Sure.
This is a civic question. Do they know who was the first female police in St. Kitts, Nevis, and Anguilla?
I don't know.
Don't.
We don't know, sir.
We
I
don't.
don't even know.
Any one of them could answer it.
We're not aware, sir. Do you have that knowledge to share?
Yeah. And it's a right name, but we used to call her Wonka. She was from on McKnight.
Walker.
I think she was related to Sergeant Crofton. Crofton was a sergeant in the police force that from on Pines Avenue, McKnight. But we call her Wonka, but I don't know if that's her first name.
Okay, sir.
If that's her real name.
Okay.
So I didn't want to skunk the young female officers, but you know what?
Yes, sir.
I'm an older man,
Yes, sir.
and one of them might be the first female commissioner. You never know.
Never know, sir.
So keep up the good work. And I live in New York for a long, long time, most of my life. But I love my people, my kids. And you all may know my family. I have a sister named Dumpling. Dumpling is my sister.
Yes.
And everybody knows Dumpling. But I live abroad for years, so you all probably heard about me. My nickname is Sunnyboy.
All right, sir.
Okay. So you did a good job with the young recruits, and congratulations on your promotion again.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate the call.
Okay, my countryman and woman.
All right. Okay. So we'll just take a wrap here. Any final words before we leave?
I would like to say thanks to the commandants of the police training school and the other instructors, Sergeant Brown, Corporal Bailey, and Sergeant Francis, for the experience that I have gained over the past 6-7 months. They believed in me, and I tried my very best to make them proud. They each played a vital role for me. The commandant, he always pushed me, he always called me name. Right? And I didn't take it personal like I mentioned before. I took it as motivation. But I felt that he wanted the best for me, and I'm grateful for that. I would also like to thank Sergeant Brown. He also used to motivate me, ensure that I wasn't getting in trouble. Corporal Bailey, she was my syndicate leader. She was my syndicate leader, and she would help us as a group, and she would also ask me to help them in her absence to, strive for the best. Sergeant Francis also played her role. She was more of administrative, and I'm also thankful for her. All in all, thanks to everyone who came out to the graduation ceremony, and to the listening audience and the viewing audience. Thank you for tuning in today.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I would like to thank the instructors, especially Inspector Thompson. You gained your promotion on this course. You got Inspector on history making course. Yes. And you made a lot of years and this course, and we was very proud of you as a course in general. We was
Yeah,
very proud
surprised.
of you. I think you're quiet, didn't I, when we surprise you? I'm like, oh, that's so nice.
So let's see, and then you hide it.
I would like to thank you, and I have your number.
Best number in the
Yeah.
force.
I'd like to thank Sergeant Brown. He was my syndicate leader. Every single night leading up to exams, he used to have syndicate meetings, and it was productive. It was very productive, and he helped us a lot. I would like to thank Corporal Bailey. She was, in a sense, like a mother on the course for the females. Even though when the bell rings, if you ain't come down, she coming up, and she ringing the bell. So sometimes it's for Eddie. Sometimes it's just for Eddie. Come. Sometimes she just come for Eddie. Like, but Bailey are coming up, she coming up in the barracks. Like, for Eddie. And then Sergeant Francis, she was the nurse. She wasn't, yeah, she took care of us. We could go for the simplest of car. This is what it's supposed to do. And I really appreciate her for doing that. So thank you.
And don't forget, even though we might be sick, little cough or whatsoever, she would say, are you just eating off the medications them up here? eating them up just at a pack, you know? So yes, Sergeant Francis, if you're listening and watching, we would like to say thank you. Inspector Thompson, thank you a million. Sergeant Brown, thank you for believing in me. Corporal Bailey, Corporal Bailey, I hope you're listening. I want to say thank you for always encouraging me and also being a counselor to me as well. And to Course 46, finally, we done. We made it. Journey has actually just started. You know, I'm going to encourage all of us to go out and put our best foot. You know, stay motivated. Don't be afraid to contact each other. Reach out. Stay in connection with each other. Because once upon a time, for 6 months, we had to, you know, work together. So let's not try to forget that. Right? So also to my mother, thank you so much. Thank you a million. Thank you so much for motivating me, helping me where you could, especially with the twin boys. I appreciate you so much for that. Thank you to all those I'm a course who encouraged me. Thank you, Eddie, for always telling me, stop doubt yourself. You doubt yourself too much. Learn to take compliments. Say thank you. Right? I would also like to thank Ricardo Herbert. He also has been a backbone, encouraging me non-stop. I would like to thank Obi, Miss Challenger, the cook, who was also a counselor on the course for me. I would like to thank you guys so much. You guys played a big role in me passing out, you know. Made it. Thank you.
Must be good.
Yes, sir. First of all, I would like to thank the Commandant, Inspector Marvin Thompson, for giving me the opportunity to be on this course and perform as I did.
Commissioner.
And I would also like to thank Sergeant Brown. He was my syndicate leader. He played every night. Weeks before exam, we would have our study sessions and we would gain vast knowledge from him. So I would like to thank him in that regard. I would also like to thank Sergeant Francis. As they say, she was like the administrator / nurse. So I would like to thank her for getting the insignias and buttons for our uniforms for the passing out ceremony. So Sergeant Francis, would like to say thank you. And Corporal Bailey, I would like to say thank you for motivating me. And even when I was sick, you used to have some pity on me. So I would like to thank you for that. And also, when we were doing our century, I would like to thank you for keeping me up doing century for like a good 4 hours. Letting me sit on this square and listening to your talk and your words of encouragement, even though I was tired. So I would like to thank you for all of those nights, Corporal. And I would like to thank Obi, Miss Challenger, the cook. So thank you for sharing out my food for me when I was upstairs sleeping. So I would like to thank you for that. And I would like to thank my mother for always being there from the start. Whenever I would call mommy, she would always come to my rescue. So
In the morning.
yeah, even
She
12
was
o'clock
always
and
there.
3 o'clock in the morning. Thank you, mommy. And to my brother, who prepared me for training school. Months before training school, he would give me some pointers on what to expect from all the exams. He would lend me his neat book to go through and a lot of papers I went through. So I would thank my brother for that. So, and for anyone who will join the force, one last piece of advice. When you know that the training school is on Sunday, do not come on Saturday and look for a bunk. Do not do that. You will get punished.
Rewarded.
You will get rewarded for that. So when they say training school is on Sunday, come on Sunday. Don't be enthusiastic and encouraging. Do not be ambitious.
Unless you want to be like Wallace.
Yeah.
I have two more. So Detroit Henry, yes, the PT instructor.
Definitely.
For working us hard, to go on the wall running. And he said, don't leave nobody behind, so we still have to wait for a couple people. I want to thank him as well for pushing us. Even when we had pity, he used to just be over there and something get in trouble. So Sergeant Bonko, you know? Yes, and the community, thank you for being behind us. And we won't let you down. So thank you to the community.
Okay, and thank all of you for joining,
Thanks
for
for
passing
having
out,
us.
and for what you will do in the future, especially when I have exited. And one of you need to take a post.
Me.
Thank everyone for tuning in with us today and policing with you. Feel free when you see the young graduates out on the road to say hi and give questions. And remember, we are policing with you. They are policing not just for you, but with you. So show them that you appreciate them, especially as they're just starting the journey. And we'll see you again next week, same time, for another edition of Policing with You. I'm your host, Inspector Marvin Thompson, saying so long. God bless.
Everywhere. Say what you think, what you think, what you think, what you think about justice. What you know, what you know, what you know, what you know about love. Why all the segregation, all our but one nation, whoa. Let us unite as one. Let us unite as one. Tell me what you know about love. Tell me what you know about hate that keeps us separated. Tell me what you think about equal rights for all in every way. Say what you think, what you think, what you think, what you think about justice. What you know, what you know, what you know, what you know about.
Rise Up Radio, entertaining the nation.